Russian military blogger Maxim Kalashnikov has unexpectedly acknowledged that the Russian army's offensive to capture Pokrovsk has led to enormous losses, on a scale comparable to the brutal battle for Bakhmut. His remarks directly contradict Russian President Vladimir Putin's recent statement that the Ukrainian city was encircled. Kalashnikov admitted that the Russian forces have failed to close the encirclement and are now engaged in exhausting urban combat. What makes the situation so difficult for us is that we haven't yet completed the encirclement of Pokrovsk. That forces us into city fighting, and the losses there are enormous. They're comparable to what we saw in Bakhmut. Remember, Yevgeny Prigozhin, before his death, said 20,000 Wagner soldiers were killed there, and probably no fewer from regular army units. For comparison, the Wehrmacht lost around 20,000 men during the entire Polish campaign in 1939. That's just Bakhmut, Kalashnikov said. Reports from the front indicate that Russian forces are facing a desperate situation around Pokrovsk. Many soldiers claim they are surrounded and have suffered thousands of casualties. This has triggered growing frustration and anger toward the generals overseeing the operation. The discontent is particularly evident among pro-war bloggers, who now criticize military commanders for their failure to capture the city despite months of intense fighting. Even media outlets aligned with the Kremlin have admitted that the Russian army is taking devastating losses in the area. Kalashnikov's admission challenges Moscow's official narrative that the operation is proceeding according to plan. In reality, the assault on Pokrovsk appears to be stalling, with Russian troops sustaining heavy casualties while making little progress against Ukrainian defenses. President Putin's earlier claim that Pokrovsk was surrounded has proven false, as Ukrainian forces continue to maintain control over the city. Russian commentators themselves concede that a full encirclement is far from reality. Military analysts point out that the battle for Pokrovsk closely mirrors the drawn-out and costly campaign for Bakhmut, characterized by relentless assaults, high casualty rates, and minimal territorial gains. According to Ukrainian military and communications expert Sergei Flesh, Kyiv's leadership has made a firm decision to defend the Pokrovsk-Myrnarad area at all costs. He explained that all available reserves would be committed to holding this strategically vital section of the front. Flesh emphasized that maintaining control over Pokrovsk and Myrnarad is crucial because beyond these positions lies an open stretch of terrain leading deep into the Dnipropetrovsk region. If Russian forces were to advance into this area, they could exploit elevated ground near Pokrovsk to conduct long-range artillery and drone strikes, posing a major threat to Ukraine's logistics and rear positions. Flesh added that such high-level military decisions are made only after careful assessment of the situation on the ground. He acknowledged the immense human cost of defending Pokrovsk but stressed that preserving the lives of Ukrainian soldiers remains a priority. No position is worth endless human losses, he said, noting that if withdrawal becomes necessary to save personnel, it should be carried out without hesitation.